So it's midweek waffle update time. You can see we've got combine running in the background here, just getting ready. We haven't started anything yet, but the combine's all ready to go. Ruben and Tom are just making some final checks on it. This update, we are just a few snippets from the Great Ecclestone show that I was at last weekend, but also while I was there we had a little bit of a crisis on the farm here because the poultry muck heap caught fire. It's self-combusted, and that's the muck heap that we started to stack a few weeks ago. So it was a bit difficult because up in Great Ecclestone in Lancashire I didn't have any phone signal whatsoever, and so Rhonda was trying to get hold of me. Luckily Tom wasn't too far away, so he came down and spent most of Sunday down at the heap moving stuff around. We had the fire brigade here, 2 fire engines, and yeah, so it wasn't really the best of times to be dealing with something when you're so far away. Also, local farmers help. Thank you very much for those. I've got updates of those in this update. The videos and any footage you see isn't from me. It's all from what Rhonda took, and there might be 1 or 2 bits from Tom as well. I can't remember what I'm going to put together. So all that went on, so not the best. And then also we had a fire officer come yesterday with a heat-seeking camera just to check the temperature of the heaps, and you'll see that as well. That's really interesting because some of the heap is still really hot. Anyway, so that's what we got in this update, and then also 1 or 2 snippets of some grains of wheat. I've got some ears of wheat. I'm checking some of the different varieties and just seeing what they're like, because I'm hearing some really poor yields on some light land. We haven't got any light land wheat this year apart from that plot up on the cereals site, and so that's the only bit of wheat we've got on the light land, what was in the sprayers arena and the plots up there. So that's what we've got in this update, but a lot of it will be about the poultry muck that caught fire and self-combusted, because it also burnt some of the walling around the outside, which wasn't the best thing to happen because we've got wheat around it. With my neighbours' wheat as well, there's thousands of acres of wheat standing around it, so we had to deal with it pretty quick. Thank you to everybody who helped with that, and Tom for giving up his Sunday as well. Anyway, I think that's it for the intro and what we've got coming. The next update on Sunday hopefully will be when we've got going harvesting, and you'll see what the yields are, because it's going to be a complete unknown. We've had a little bit of rain yesterday, only about 3 millimetres, but apart from that, nothing at all. But it was St Swithin's Day, wasn't it, yesterday? So 40 days and 40 nights, apparently we're meant to get rain, so we shall see. Anyway, that's it for the intro, and if you make it to the end, we'll see you then, and thanks for watching. Sunday morning, and we are at Pemberton's farm shop. So this is Tom Pemberton, who is also on YouTube. A lot of you follow him. I think he was one of the first to do YouTube videos. So I haven't been here before, so just before we go to Great Ecclestone show back there, we'll just come to have a look around here and meet Tom, who's just going to show us around, so this should be really interesting. Sam is here as well. This is in the parlour. This is where they've got their vending machines, I think.
And then 2025, which is
that's
now,
just to buy the bottles for that.
buy the bottles for this.
Or you can have a free plastic one.
Yeah. Now 2025, which is now. 4 weeks ago. Everyone's filming everything.
Yeah. Under pressure now, Tom.
Yeah, so we have this in, and then I thought, right, I'm going to trade it all in. We have a bit of an issue with the second-hand one. And then I went to Milk on the Hills, from the Hills, and then looked at this machine. So that's an ice cream machine. And I thought, we want to do a real shed. The cabin was 9 years old, so I refreshed the whole thing. So we've got the milkshake machine, we've got 2 vending machines, and we've got the ice cream machine now, and it just works really well. The lady who does these, my cakes and stuff, she just has a key in. I don't do anything, she just sorts it out. We are so busy with this that she's stopped doing her Sunday. She does a what's it called, a car boot sale on Sunday, and she said she doesn't have to do that anymore. She can just stay at home, do this. She doesn't have to stand there and sell some stuff. She's so busy. She's upped her like quantity of selling by 4 times through that vending machine. So it's class. So she's really happy. She just sorts it all out. This gets sorted, and then obviously yeah, it's really well.
Have you got room for another one there?
That's the plan. Room for one here, and then in this thing what you can do as well is you can put a hole through here and get a coffee machine through the same company, and have a coffee machine that will use the milk.
That'll be good.
So a coffee machine there, yeah. So That's the next plan. Really good. So you change the milkshakes every week, and you kind of, well, 2 specials, we keep the 4 the same, and then kind of like it's something to post every week.
And you get the syrups off them as well?
Yeah, I get the syrups off them, and there's another company that does syrups as well.
Are they reliable?
Yeah. On next day delivery.
No, that's what the machines are. Yeah.
Yeah, so these 2 are really good. That can play up on occasion. You can't burn out motors and
Yeah.
stuff, which is a good problem because usually
Yeah.
so much it burns out. This really, really difficult to start with, but I think we've nailed it. Like, it sounds like we've 4 days we haven't had an issue with it, and then the odd occasion it'll crush a cup or something, it will destroy it, and then it'll say something wrong with the cup. Bang, bang, bang. Play again. Go.
And that's your newest one.
This is the newest one.
Yeah.
So yeah, really good. It's been really successful.
Which is the busiest machine?
Milkshake, watch out. Milkshake, definitely. That's the busiest, and then these, yeah, that one, and then these, and then obviously if it's summer, it's this. And then I was speaking to the guy who does Milk and Hills, who's very popular in Leeds, and he says he's selling more ice cream than London and stuff.
What's your favourite milkshake, Tom?
How easy is that?
White chocolate and raspberry every day of the week. Everyone likes black cherry and everyone likes cream egg as well, but I make white chocolate and raspberry. It's just the creme de la creme.
Do you come out here for a bit nice now?
Yeah, the ice cream, 100%. I just come around here when she's doing the cakes and then she'll go, oh, these ones just aren't shifted on it. I was like, yeah, cool.
There we go.
Or top.
So this.
Yeah.
And then milk tanks. So it works off left and right, or right and left. So when that's empty, we'll go to that one. When that's empty, we'll go to that one, so you can just keep refilling it. And so we've got 4 of them tanks, so we've got 400 litres all the way, all the time. It's ready to go. Just because you just got to keep on top of it, because the worst thing you do is sell out. Yeah.
You come for milk or an ice cream?
There we go.
Robots.
Yeah.
System. You nearly got the walls up with your foot.
That's it.
And the ice cream.
No.
Oh,
There we
wow,
go.
nice. It's so smelling.
Tom's got some goats. Little back scratcher.
They make nice rugs, wouldn't they?
Yeah. So I'm back now at Great Ecclestone Show, but not the best of things to happen at home. The poultry muck heap has caught fire, and it did catch fire last night, was just smouldering on the top, and the fire brigade came out apparently. Tom was there helping sorting it, which was great. Thanks Tom, he was there. Ruben's away in Devon I think still, and of course I'm up here 4 hours away. And then this morning a neighbour's rung up to say that it's caught fire again, but I think the railway sleepers are on fire now. That is the wall we have around the outside of it that we push up against, so we shall see whether it what it's like. But Rhonda's down there coordinating things, and we've got the fire brigade there as well, so when I get back we'll have a look. So we're now at the tractor pulling, and this is the queue for the food by the look of it.
So we always have Great Ecc during July, and then 6 weeks later,
so we'll go down and see David Jones and his team. I've got the pass to get in the pits.
Saturday night and Sunday daytime.
This isn't a good sign. Yeah, accommodator just has something in the back end's gone, I think. So we're going to lift it. Really unfortunate that. A lot of preparation goes into getting these ready.
So a distance of 30 metres and 29 centimetres, disappointing for Shannon. So the and change some weight around, or the other option we could have checked the tyre pressure.
Right, now got in the ring and there's a tug of war. Janet's there. We've got all the team.
There's a bag of what's-its and a camera timer, I think, wonderful for this weather. What's your tactics? Because your team seems to have backed away from you. Your team seems to, oh, you're tugging.
I'm always tugging.
You thought, you know what, they're doing it wrong, I'm going to have a do at this. Brave. How's it going?
Well, there was an opening in the market, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we just went for it, didn't you?
No, it's been a dream since we were younger, like 10 years younger, or you got a dream all his life, so we just thought, yeah, that's it, we'll go for it.
Right, was you trying in the last year, haven't you?
Look at that.
Organising
Greta Thunberg, eat your heart out.
What goes on in the world of politics is the world.
You're all right, aren't you, really? Then Charlotte Champ?
Most definitely not.
There we go. There we go. But what a top man. Lovely to see you. Any tips for the youngsters in the team for tugging?
Have a drink first.
Lean back.
Didn't want to pass any of his tugging experience on that's all. No.
So that's tug of war done. It was the best of three ends, and the YouTubers or social medias, call us what you like, we won. That's brilliant. First time I've done tug of war properly. So Dave, what's going on here?
It's close.
So we're just having a look at the engine oil spring.
Yeah.
So like a conventional tractor, you have a canister filter,
Yeah.
or a a complete spin-on
Yeah.
filter. Or
Oh,
with
it's
this,
not, look, 63.85.
with this we
Good
can
enough for
part it
second place at the
and then
moment.
actually see what's going on internally.
Right.
Because the engine ran a few weeks ago at rev really high.
Yeah.
We've checked it all through back at home, but we've flushed it again.
Yeah.
Just to make
Yeah.
sure. So
And it's nice and clean.
it's clean, yeah. So fingers crossed.
So just go through these pipes with you, what you've got here.
So
So
they're sucking the oil from the sump
from the sump, yeah.
up to
And to use his independent brakes to steer. Each and every
Yeah.
one of these pullers have got.
and then that
two
feeds
brake
back
pedals
round
like
through
a
this
normal
fuel
tractor
screen.
has.
Yes.
Then
So
into
they
the
can
engine
choose
block
to
on
brake.
the side.
On down there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We're using the old
Braking independently. So we
oil,
can brake
oil
left
gallery
side
in
and
the
right
engine
side.
as
Yeah.
it used to be.
Yeah.
The front end's
But
in the air
this,
and he's
this
doing
oil
business.
screen allows us to
If he
assess
wants to
what's
turn,
going
he's
on.
not going to turn the steering wheel.
Brilliant. Another one going. Right, I'm going to have to go back to Leadenham now just to see how they're getting on. David's going to be a while before he gets going, so I'm going to get off back to Leadenham and see how we're getting on with a chicken muck heap that's on fire. Some of these engines are incredible. That one here is a Russian aeroplane engine in here. Don't know how many horsepower, 3,000 horsepower maybe, but that's what that is. Russian aeroplane engine.
Couldn't bring it back in.
He went out the white lines, which means he's disqualified. No, he's... Oh, there's a flag there, the 30-metre flag, which is there. If he goes outside the white lines before then, he can have another run. If it's after that, he can't. So JCB have got a little stand here with a few machines. This would be, I think it's Guns, local JCB dealer from up this way. So it's Sunday evening, about 8 o'clock, and been back from Great Ecclestone about an hour, a bit more than that maybe, and just going down to have a look at the chicken muck, the poultry muck that caught fire. See, Tom's got this Solo on the RX here. That's what we were talking about earlier, and he's chopped some wheat up that we haven't combined because my worry was there was a lot of wheat around this area, and if the wheat caught fire it could just go for far enough because there's a lot of wheat not cut. So I'll have a look at that in a minute and go down there. So there we are. So we put the Solo on with the disc because the discs are really sharp and they'll be able to cut up and mix the soil up with the sort of wheat to create a bit of a fire break. That was the idea of it. So I'm just heading down to the concrete now to where the poultry muck is, and you can just see here We've got wheat everywhere. We have got a field of sugar beet there that wouldn't have caught fire. So you've been down here before. I've shown you lots of videos here. So you can just see now when you look here, wheat of ours here, my neighbour's wheat through there. We've got some more of our wheat through that gap. Through there. Here is the pile of poultry muck. So you can just see, if this field of wheat here in front of us caught fire, it could just go for far enough. There's thousands and thousands of acres of standing crops could go up. So we've got our bowser down here. That's got 17,000 litres of water in it, in case it starts off again. You can see it's black on that side. So this is the area that Tom has worked up with the Solo to create a bit of a fire break. Good job we have, really. And then what happened is, well, you see we've got some, like, these are railway sleepers around the outside. This is what this is a concrete sugar beet storage area. So it's got some metals concreted in, and then these are dropped down in the web of the angle line. You can just see here, that's what they're like, to create the wall. And it got hot right in the middle and was burning. So now we're also, you can see there, that's one of the RSJs, and metal has come out with a great wedge of concrete on. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But that's where it's been caught fire, you can see in the middle. So what the fire brigade wanted Tom to do, we had 2 fire engines down here. I've got some videos and clips that Rhonda took, but I'm not quite sure, I haven't looked at them yet. So when I post this, I'm not quite sure, as I'm talking in a minute, I'm not quite sure what they'll be or what they'll be like. But that's all been taken out, and Tom's brought it out, stockpiled it down here, and then moved it again round onto the beet pad here. So that's all sort of caught fire and been smouldering and burning. It's well and truly out now. So I just wanted to thank my neighbours. I've got Ed, same surname as me but not related, next door. He came out with, I think he's phoned up for a start yesterday and this morning and brought some water. So thank you for that, Ed, helped a lot with that. Also, other neighbours of ours at bottom of Navenby, Michael and James, they came with the bowser. Thank you for helping us with that. They combined our beans, so you know who those are who watch these videos regularly. Michael combined and James combined our Capulet beans last year. So thank you for that, for helping today, bringing water down. Also, you've another contractor, a friend of mine that you see on these videos, who spreads fertiliser, JSE from Ancaster, and Joe, who sort of runs them now, manages them. He came to us as a harvest student a few years ago, and then went to work at JSE Ancaster after that, and has stayed obviously local, which is great. So I phoned Joe up and they came down with the excavator, which was the biggest thing really, because we couldn't get into the middle of the heap quick enough with our Manitou. So with an excavator, obviously stood on the outside, the arm reaching in, just kept dragging it out, and that's what's really helped and done good. And Tom's been down here most of the day as well, so been a bit of an effort with everybody. But this is what's so good about the agriculture community. Everybody just mucks in and just helps each other out. 2 of Lincolnshire fire service, what they call them, fire appliances here. And I think whether they got the adapters, because Rhonda, the dog's having a tussle. Rhonda got sorted a while ago. She's been instrumental in getting the fire adapters sorted, so that when a fire engine goes to onto farm, quite often there's a lot of water on a farm, such as we've got about 90,000 litres of water in the tanks in the yard. All our tanks were full. And we've got those full. Obviously we need them full for harvest, because we're going to have to be very careful combining. And Rhonda got some fire adapters sorted, so that all the fire engines can actually couple up to a farm bowser, because at the minute, standard, normal, the fire engine adapters or the fire engine hoses won't couple onto a farm bowser. So there's an adapter being made so that when a fire appliance goes to a farm, it can couple up to, such as this bowser of ours here. It can put this adapter on the fire engine, on the fire appliance, and then he can use our water from this bowser. It will go straight onto the adapter and couple straight into the fire engine, and then you can use our water through the fire engine. And these adapters are brilliant. I'll maybe get Rhonda to talk about those in a bit more detail, but that is crucial. And I think what we also need to do, all farmers need to carry these adapters, because we've tried to equip all Lincolnshire appliances with the adapters, but there might be one or two escape the net. And just in case there has, I think every farm should have one of these adapters. And I'll get an adapter and show you, and we'll talk about that either another day or later on in this video. But just wanted to show, now it's Sunday night, just show you what we've got here going on today. Been a bit of a monumental effort from a lot of people, but thank you for Links Fire Service and my neighbouring farmers for helping here, because without your help, and Tom as well, working here all day on Sunday when he was going out for the day, without everybody, it was it could have been a lot worse. And with all this standing wheat around here, that's what was my very big worry, that once one field of wheat caught fire, it could just go for far enough, because there's no wheat, hardly any wheat being combined here, and that is all stubble and there's bales out, so it could have been an absolute catastrophe. One thing I didn't say was that these railway sleepers caught fire. That was one of the biggest problems today. The creosote was burning, the tar was burning in, and that's why this was all didn't help matters, and that's why it was all sort of fanning the flames and making it worse. Just before I go, we are going to have a rethink now on this poultry muck. Not that we're not going to have it, we will have it, but we'll have to store it lower, and maybe these outside sleepers, change those two concrete panels so they're not combustible. But I was warned about this might happen, so we shall, but we'll have to see. But I think that's the thing, we've got to stack it a bit lower and change those outside panels.
So we've got some chicken manure on fire down the bottom end of the farm, and there are 2 fire engines down there, and here comes some reinforcements with some water. So there goes Dan with some water for the fire engines, and we're filling up the tanker here, and Tom is down at the actual fire scene taking a bit of crop out from around the beet pad.
Monday morning, back down at the heap of poultry muck here. Got Ian here from the fire service, also Tim, who's a freelance photographer doing something for John Deere, which we'll see about in due course. But Ian's just come back because he just wants to check that there's no hot spots, so he's got a thermal imaging camera he's using on the heap just to see what it's like. But because I said to him, once we get some fields harvested, that this will actually be used, because we're going to spread it out onto the land and cultivate it in before we put some of the cover crops in. But I'm just going to have a look at Ian and just see what he's doing. So this is the heap we've moved. You can just see it's darker than the rest of it. Can you see anything?
Nothing massively excessive.
Nothing.
That's 40 degrees.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where?
Behind that sleeper.
Is it really?
Just the right of
There.
the sleeper.
Well, is that where that's molten, where you can just see the bottom of that sleeper? Look, it's melted tar. Is that still 40?
You can see red look on it. 41 degrees, yeah, 46 in spots. It's quite hot, that bit.
So that's the bit we need to be watching out for then. Just behind here.
Yeah. That's kind of the hottest bit at the minute.
Right.
That hole that they dug out, that's considerably cooler than, that's down to 27.
What, actually in there?
Yeah, where it's burnt.
Yeah.
But they probably took quite a bit of water now.
Well, I was just going to say that's what would have happened there as well, won't it?
So there's a little spot there which is just, actually the sleeper that's hottest.
Is it?
The sleeper's 47, 49 degrees, the sleeper.
That's the bit we've got to redo. That sleeper is the hottest of anything, which you can just see on the screen. Oh, we can't see the red patch. There we are, there's a red patch there. That's that sleeper. And how big? What is it, temperature?
50 degrees.
50 degrees, crikey.
You put your hand on there, on the underside.
Oh, what a difference.
Just retaining the heat from the sun, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you've had the sun there. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
and it's, like you say, it's lathered with bloody bitumen in the ears.
But that's burnt. Look at this, how it's all burnt there.
Yeah. And that's right down the bottom of that heap.
Yeah, yeah. But look how that's all look at that, how it's run.
Yeah. Years of...
I'm in the block of land that I think is our best yielding wheats we've got. This is a variety Oxford, and cover crop last year, no other crop on it. And when you look at this crop, there's a lot of ears in it, very level. So I think there's hopefully some potential here. But even though we've got had very little rain, there's a lot of ears. And when you look down here at the size of these ears, when you look there, I'm going to take some of these out to sample them for moisture. But when you look here, there's still a good number of ears here. Straw's a little bit green, but not bad. But I think this block is the best wheat we've got. So we'll just go and rub these out and get the grains, and I've got the moisture meter with me, and we'll go and sample it and see what the moisture is. So I've got 2 of these ears here. I'm going to rub them out, and this is where the old saying comes from: separate the wheat from the chaff, because that's what we're doing. So that's the stem, get those out the way, then blow the chaff out, separate it a bit more, rub it in the palm of the hand, make sure it's all separated. And then when you look at there, the grains here aren't too bad. They're not as shriveled up as some I've seen. So there is one there shriveled up, there's one there that doesn't look very bold. Some of them are, but generally not too bad. So we'll put it in here. We need to be in this hole that says 9mm. So we put it in there. We've got some more grains just here. Then we get the moisture meter, we press on, and it'll come up there with wheat. We put that in, and then the 2 sides grind it together. You can hear that. That's now grinding the wheat into flour. That's it. Then we press again. It's got the wheat measurement. Press again, and now you can just see in the screen the stars are going up. And in a minute, when it gets to the right hand side, we'll get a moisture reading. We'll see where that is. 16.7, it's the right hand one, the left is the average. 16.7 moisture. So that really is too wet, because if we combined it at that, we would have to dry it, because otherwise when we sold that, we'd get deductions on it. We need to go into the shed at under 15%. Now the good thing is, a lot of people were combining a few days ago at 10 and 12%. Well, when you combine it as dry as that, you've lost weight. So the rain is welcome for a lot of people, but at the minute we don't want to combine that, because it means we've got to dry it. So it's a question of letting the weather do it for free and waiting a day or so and get some sun. We haven't had a lot of sun today. It's been cloudy with the 4 mm rain we had yesterday. But that's where we are, 16.7. But pleasing thing is, it's a nice sample of wheat. So that's it for this midweek update. Hopefully the one you see next on Sunday, we'll have some combining action. Hello, Nala. But we've got a lot of rain forecast on Saturday, so we'll see. And we might get combining tomorrow, but it just depends. Probably do the plots up at the heath on the cereal site and get those done. And the sprayers arena wheat, and we'll chop that. So we'll just see how we go at the minute. But those of you who are combining, stay safe. Make sure you've got some water in the field. If you haven't got a Bowser handy, make sure you've got some IBCs or something like that with some water in, but fire extinguishers as well, because with the fire hazards at the minute, there's combine fires going up, field fires and all sorts happening. So stay safe, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you on Sunday.